about Mind, Body, Spirit. Mind, Body, Spirit was released in 2022. Produced by Welcome Villain Films, directed by Alex Henes and Matthew Merenda, and written by them and Topher Hendricks. It's pretty much a good old found footage horror flick starring Sarah J. Bartholomew as Anya, Maddie Breedy as Kinsey, and Anna Koenig as Lanka. Koenig? Nige? I don't know. It is very small. Like I said, I only named off 3 people because it's really only like 3 main characters. It's really only 1 main character, 2 side characters, 2 very small roles, side characters, and the ghost. So cast is very small. Movie's it's very straightforward, which I think is good for the movie. I think it fits for the idea of the movie. It's only 80 minutes, so as straightforward as it can be. As soon as the movie starts, you're in it. You're in it. I'm talking about in it.
I'm talking about in it. I'm talking about in it.
The IMDb synopsis reads as follows. An aspiring yoga influencer embarks on a ritual practice left behind by her estranged grandmother. Now, if you heard that synopsis, you would know. It doesn't give too much about what's going on in the actual film. But if you see the actual movie, you would know the synopsis is dead on. Like it tells you literally everything you need to know about it. Movies opens up on a computer screen on an archive footage website, and we're introduced to the main character, Anya. Now, Anya seems like a socially awkward girl who is trying to find herself. We learn Anya is living at her grandmother's house, who recently died and left the house to her. Anya wants to be a fitness content creator, and yoga is pretty much her way in. So while trying to record content, she finds a hidden attic in her grandma's house. In the room, she finds a bunch of creepy cult shit, and for me, this would have been red flag number 1. Cause why in the first of all, Granny, why you got a secret hidden room? Why do you have a hidden room? 2, what the fuck is this cult, creepy, demonic shit in this room? 2 red flags right off the rip. But that's just me. But one of the things she stumbles across is a very, very old book, and when she opens it up, her grandmother, Varasha, left the book to Anya. It says so in the book. Anya, curious about her grandmother, calls her mom to try and get more info about Varasha. And well, come to find out, Lanka, who's Anya's mom, and Varasha, the grandmother, were not cool. Lanka and Anya also don't have the greatest mother-daughter relationship. And Anya is kind of a dickhead. Well, okay, the last part I took that from the scenes. Anya seems like a dickhead. Yeah, giving dickhead vibes. And as the story continues, we have these random ads stopping the movie, which I thought was like a super dope concept, because we're like watching this film from like an archive footage website or whatever. So having the random ads kind of like YouTube or like Prime or like Netflix or like every other streaming site has now, makes it feel real, makes it feel like you're really watching on a website. But through the ads, we are actually introduced to another one of the side characters, Kinsey, who is kind of like the same age as Anya, and based off what we get from the movie, they kind of like grew up together somehow. I don't know, but Kinsey's like the cool influencer who actually has like a following and like gets shit done and shit like that, pretty much. But the thing about Kinsey, she's also kind of like arrogant because she has the follower, or she thinks she's better, that type deal. But Kinsey's character is used to push Anya's character forward, because Kinsey is pretty much who Anya wants to be. She has the followers, she has the brand, she has the look, looks like a real content creator. And so Anya thinks with this book, she'll become real and be able to find herself. That's a main thing in this movie too. Anya's really just a lost soul, just really doesn't know who she is or what she wants to be or what she wants to do or anything like that. But she reads the book to maybe, help her find herself. And things start to progress from there and get more and more and more creepy as she gets deeper into the book. She does a book practice where she puts a string down her throat, and I don't know what the actual point of the practice is, but the granny ghost, forces it down her throat even more, and it attaches to something, and she pulls up what looks like a black oil chunk of coal. It was disgusting what she pulled up, and obviously you pull up something like that, you're fucking sick to your stomach. So she goes and throws it all up, just disgustingly. They give you a scene where she's actually throwing it up. It looks like she's literally throwing up motor oil. It was super gross, but she just chalks it up to, maybe she has food poisoning or something like that. So after that whole food poisoning situation, Anya obviously has to get her rest, passes out, goes to sleep. And while she's doing that, Ghost Granny just takes her camera out for a little spin. Literally takes it off of, I don't know if it's a tripod or whatever it's sitting on, walks it around the house. And at this point is when I knew she's fully possessed. It's over for her. She was cooked, shall I say. And even after the food poisoning, Anya keeps it going. She keeps digging for more, trying to figure out this whole thing. She ends up finding more potions in the attic where she found the book originally. And it was at this point that, me personally, I felt like Anya deserves whatever comes for her. Because why haven't you learned your lesson, Goofy? She finds the potions in the rooms, and she continues to be dumb. And takes one of the potions, and she really literally just starts tripping balls, like the trip of a lifetime. And after that, Anya is fully possessed. We also get to see Varasha as the ghost, so we finally do know that this is really Ghost Granny who's out here. Or if not fully possessed, I would say she's about 75% possessed at this point. After she takes the potion and stuff, obviously, yeah, she's it's literally inside of her, so she's 75% possessed, I'd say. And at this point, Anya invites Kinsey over again to record another video, because the first one didn't get finished, obviously. And while they're recording it, Anya genuinely just starts tweaking out because obviously she's possessed, and she fucking goes crazy. Her and Kinsey go back and forth, and they're arguing about who's a real influencer, what the fuck is wrong with Anya, shit like that. And one thing I thought was really cool while this scene was going on is Varasha, Ghost Granny. She's a great camera woman. She records the whole thing, pans over as it's happening, and I'm like, man, as this is going on, I'm watching the movie, I'm thinking, man, nobody saw the camera move? Because if I saw it out the corner of my eye, I'd be fucking freaked out, but it's a movie, obviously. So they go back and forth. Anya ends up kicking Kinsey out. Anya has to be at least 85% possessed at this point, but the last 15%, that's still there. It's barely anything, but still there. Tries to call her mom, Lenka, to try and just get more information out this book, because she's super obsessed with the book. She can't help it. And even though her mom tries to help her, and that's the thing, her mom tries to help her through this whole movie, Anya's kind of a dickhead. She doesn't want to listen. It happens. It happens all the time. Her mom tries to help her with the thing, though, and translate this text in the book. But Anya thinks it's Russian, but Lenka reads it, and she's like, this language is prehistoric. before Russia was even a real thing. And I don't know. Anya keeps trying to learn from there. She ends up eventually figuring out that Grandma wasn't some sweet old lady. That this bitch is pretty much a witch. Yeah, she's a witch trying to get the devil in people. And by that point, it's obviously way too late for Anya. At this point, Anya is 96% possessed. And as she's figuring out, like she's literally reading and figuring out that, oh, this wasn't a good ritual. This was a bad ritual. And at that point, Ghost Granny's like, oh, you figured me out. So let me just get you out of here now. And pretty much, you know, like the classic horror scene, get her, snatch her up, take her out of there. And at this point, I knew she was for sure done for. One of the last things Anya does to just become fully possessed is she invites Kinsey over one last time. And, you know, after the big argument, she plays the role of, you know, she's trying to apologize and get her back. And obviously Kinsey, not knowing that this bitch is a demon, you know, agrees to come back and try to squash the beef. And while that's happening, Anya sets her up to do some meditations, you know, after the apologies and stuff. And she literally smashes her face in. I know, poor Kinsey. Literally smashes her face. And then the ghost takes the body upstairs to the hidden attic room. And Anya becomes fully possessed. The demons literally, that was the last step to cross over to become a fully possessed demon. A fully possessed person. I don't think they like to be called demons once they possess the body. A fully possessed person. Once Kinsey is dead, the movie ends with Anya calling her mom again. After she let all the spirits in, being fully possessed, she's on the phone with her mom, you know, telling her pretty much, I learned my lesson, so now I can come home and try and possess you. And all while she's doing this, she's literally floating in the air. Like, imagine like a monk, like you would imagine a monk would float, where they are sitting down crisscross applesauce and just levitate. That's how she was sitting, because she's a demon, so demons could do whatever. And at the end of the day, Ghost Granny won. Or Granny Ghost. Ghost Granny, Granny Ghost. Which one sounds cooler? You guys let me know. Overall, I thought it was a pretty entertaining movie. I think all the characters, all the actors did a good job playing the characters. I thought the Sarah Bartholomew who played Anya did a great job. The girl who played Kinsey also did a great job. I thought they were awesome. And I thought the premise very simple but executed very well. There were some good jump scares. There was some good, you know, just creepy stuff, horror in the background. I thought it came out pretty dope. And I thought a lot of the direction of the film was really good. The concept's dope. And one thing I really did enjoy was the ad breaks. Shooting the ads and then throwing like random ad breaks in there. I thought that really helped the concept of the film. And for one of these movies, I think it's really hard for a movie to stay engaging when it's only one plot line and really only one main character. So I thought they did a great job of keeping you engaged, which is also why it's 80 minutes, because it's like in this movie there's no B plot. It's just Anya's story, random ad breaks which kind of for the most part go into the story and build the actual story. So for a movie with no B plot, I thought it was really entertaining. Kept me engaged for pretty much the 80 minutes. Would I say it's scary? I don't know. That's for you to decide. I don't get scared at movies very easily, or almost ever. I think they had some definitely creepy moments. I think they had set up some pretty good jump scares. So overall, I'd rate this movie a 7 out of 10. Turn your brain off. Enjoy a good horror movie. Not a movie you need to think too deep about. Anya is a dickhead, but you kind of want to watch and see what happens to her. So she's a good dickhead, I guess. And the movie was well directed. 7 out of 10. Turn your brain off. Enjoyable film. If you've seen Mind, Body, Spirit, comment your thoughts. If you liked this review, like, subscribe, follow. If you didn't like the review, like, subscribe, follow, and tell me why you didn't like it. If you thought it was shit, tell me why you thought it was shit. Yeah. Keep watching. More coming. I'm out.